this afternoon. Stephen now brings XL Train forward, and they're right to go. Last event. Ready, off and racing. Speak to Me and XL Train and Bondi Plunge all got away very quickly from the inside. Thoroughgood left Will. Elite Missile is going to be snagged right back there. Second last when they get going. XL Train burns through and goes to the lead, 1100 from home. Settle down 3/4 to Bondi Plunge. Speak to Me beautifully placed by Pike on the outside from Thoroughgood. A length away behind those above the peg, 3 wide, so allowed to stride forward in front of Keshi Boom. Then So War Harbin next of all, followed by the Spruker, YARRALEA right back there, and then Without Reg, and over on the inside the 3-year-old, the favourite last of all, Elite Missile, as they went by the 700. XL Train led them, 3/4 clear, running second Bondi Plunge, a length and a half away, then stalking the 2 leaders, Speak to Me, fourth the rail Thoroughgood, then came above the peg, Keshi Boom being ridden along in the middle, down on the inside So War Harbin getting away from heels, the Spruker, YARRALEA right back there, likewise Elite Missile with the task in front of it, and dropping out last of all Without Reg at the top of the home straight. XL Train races 2 clear. Bondi Plunge, Speak to Me lets down. Thoroughgood gets a rails run. Keshi Boom picking away through the traffic at the 150. Speak to Me on the outside, ranges up down the outside. Here's YARRALEA coming. It's flying on the outside. YARRALEA has pulled one right out of the back pocket. YARRALEA from nowhere, cutting them all down in the shadows to win from Speak to Me or Keshi Boom. So War, and on the rails Thoroughgood is close up, followed then further back the Spruker, Bondi Plunge, XL Train, Harbin, Elite Missile further back, and then came pulling up behind them Without Reg and above the peg. YARRALEA has won it. Number 10 YARRALEA giving Chris Parnham a treble for the day, and second up pulling a big run out, charging home down the outside, and has upset them in the last on the program from Speak to Me and Keshi Boom, and So War with Thoroughgood all in that mix for fourth placing, and the favourite Elite Missile well out of contention. 10, 8, 1 and 6 are the numbers here. YARRALEA has got home to score. Ends a great day for Neville Parnham, beating Speak to Me Willie Pike, Keshi Boom Braden Garth, and So War fourth home Holly Watson. 10, 8, 1, 6. Well, she has come with a flurry. Right down the middle, the place to be, and charging to the line. Had to take another look to make sure we had the right horse, YARRALEA, but she has finished with a wet sail and rounds out the day on a great note for Chris Parnham, the third leg of a treble for him. 124.27. And home, well, we don't have a sectional there, nothing available, but a half length that winning margin. An Oratorio Kelvin Rose mare, she's now won 5 out of 35, owned by BJ, Mrs. J, CJ Durran, and in the last of the day, proved a little too good. Speak to Me with the run of the race by God Has Spoken from Into Zone, Peter Giadresco with Willie Pike aboard, and third Keshi Boom by Spirit of Boom, trained by Grant and Delana Williams with Braden Garth in the saddle. Rounding out the afternoon, back there saved up for one run by Chris, probably third last at the 200 metre mark, but they were queuing up. There was a flood of them coming after the leader XL Train. They were ducking and diving and weaving through, but the one on the outside which had the momentum, YARRALEA, was able to pick them up and put them away in the last couple of bounds. A very cool ride by Chris Parnham, whose dad Nev joins Lockie Taylor down in the yard.
He certainly does, Darren. Thank you very much. Neville rounds out a fantastic day for the stable. YARRALEA, you see her in the mounting yard, and in fact out the back. She can sometimes be a handful, but when she produces results like that, it makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah, for sure. She's been in really good shape this preparation and been working above what probably people expect of her. So we went into the race first up thinking she had a good chance, and she got blocked for a run and then got squeezed out late, and probably didn't look that good on paper, but it was actually a pretty good effort, and her work Tuesday morning was enormous, and we really thought coming here today we had a really good chance, and yeah, we were pleasantly surprised with the price of him. So Chris said he said, we'll just probably go back and just look for a tail to follow, and he was right. You know, I thought we might be trying to be a little bit closer, but he knew the motor he had underneath him, so it was a good effort from him.
Once she was able to lob in that position 3 deep with cover, did you always expect her to show that turn of foot that she showed in the concluding stages?
Look, the way she works, yeah. You know, yeah, probably over the journey, she's probably lacked a bit of maturity and things, and she's carrying a fair bit of weight these days, where she used to tuck up quite a bit. So maybe she just matured a little bit more, and she's always worked like a horse that could get into this grade and go very well. So she's really turned the corner, and she's enjoying her work, and yeah, had a fair bit of help from Ray and Shelby. They give me a fair bit of help with this filly, and she's really enjoying it.
What were your first impressions of Bustler and Zip Away in the Steer half an hour ago?
Yeah, look, Bustler was, I think they must have just turned the speed up a little bit, and he come off the bridle. Stevie said he had to give him one, and then Alaskan God came out and gave him a bit of a nudge, and he just didn't corner that well. But then once he balanced up, he really let go. He's not a big horse carrying the 59. Hopefully he's carrying a bit less than that railway day, but I thought it was a good trial from him. And Zip Away, I think if he had got a better flow into the race, or maybe stuck to the fence, he goes close to winning it, but he was a very good run.
An outstanding day for the stable. Well done.
Cheers, thank you.
There's Neville Parnham, and here's the man of the moment, a man that is very much in white-hot form, Chris Parnham, catching up with Scotty.
YARRALEA, Chris, obviously she'd been trialling well, and first up you didn't get much luck, especially in the last 50 or 75 metres.
No, I got no luck at all first up, and just come back and saw the price, $19. So punters must have missed that one.
Nifty sounds like he didn't miss her, and sounds like she may have worked very, very nicely on Tuesday.
Yeah, she's been working really good and racing really well as well. She tends to race better at Ascot, so yeah, good to get the result with her.
That turn of foot, probably career best from her today.
Yeah, and it seems to be suiting horses down the middle today, which she was probably always going to get to from that draw. So no, all the stars aligned, and she won quite well.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
There's Chris Parnham rounding out another terrific Saturday in the saddle here at Ascot. And Scott, as we keep saying over the last few weeks, it was just yet another terrific day of racing here at Ascot, highlighted by our 3 features, the Lucky Grey, the Faritha and the Steer. First things first, the Lucky Grey. Lucky Grey himself, how good does he look? But Diamond Scene, he certainly looks like a stayer on the rise.
Yeah, Diamond Scene is probably one of those horses that you could just continue to follow. I agree with Bob Peters. I don't think he'll have enough points in the bank to actually get into a railway stakes if it's going to be the full field that you would obviously get for $1.5 million. So what do they do with him? Do they tempt? Do they go out in distance? I think they have to, and just follow that pathway towards a Perth Cup. Back on Lucky Grey too, one of my favourite parts is not just Lucky Grey, is the fact that Gino Paletti comes in here. He stood on the fence and took photo after photo and video after video of Lucky Grey. There's just so much admiration there from such a long-standing relationship that pair had on and now off the track. But Diamond Scene, I think all of a sudden you just follow him all the way through. Why can't he continue to win?